doing greedy programming approach. Another example of greedy programming approach is Huffman coding. What do I mean by Huffman coding? It's simply, supposedly I have some data in my file, and every file is using say 8 bits per character to store a character. Since it's an ASCII code, it can be stored in 7 or 8 bits. So I'm just taking an example. There is some file having some bit data. Every character takes 8 bits each to store. Suppose there are 10 raised to the power 5 characters in the file total. Fine, this is the size of the file. Now we want to compress the data, supposedly. Now coding means I want to code it in some different format and then send it. Huffman codes are used for compressing the data. Now the compression should be such that the number of bits required to represent the entire file is reducing. The size of the file should reduce. Supposedly, there are only 6 characters which are repeated throughout the file. I'm just taking an example. जैसे आपके English alphabets में you will be taking only 26 characters ना. So if it's an, or maybe keyboard का entire set लेंगे, there will be 256 characters and so on. That is why we require the 8-bit coding. So I assume out of those, suppose only A, B, C, D, E and F, only 6 characters are used throughout the file which are repeated. If A is repeated, then also A ka code you will have to repeat wherever A is occurring in the file. So when you are storing it using ASCII coding, in that case you are using 8 bits each, and there are 10 raised to the power 5 characters in total that are saved in my file. Now Huffman coding uses the frequency of occurrence of every character in the file. Now supposedly out of 100, I am only giving you the percentage. A is occurring 45% of the times, B is occurring 13 times, C is occurring 12 times. This is just an example that I am taking. D is occurring 16 times, E is occurring 5 times, and F is occurring the minimum of 5 times. And the total here is 100 times which I am taking. This is just an example out of 100. So this is the frequency of occurrence. Now, according to this frequency, I want to code in a manner such that I can reduce the size of my file. So there are 2 options to code. First option is a fixed length code. Fixed length code. What do you do in a fixed length code? Now, instead of taking 8 bits to represent one character, there are 6 characters. They can be represented in 3 bits only. Binary में अगर आप represent करेंगे तो they can be represented in 3 bits maximum. That means you can represent A as 000, B as 001, C as 010, D as 011, E as 100, and F as 101. So these all 6 characters can be represented only using 3 bits instead of the 8 bits that we were taking. That means for a file that is going to have 10 raised to the power 5 characters, how many number of bits are required to save this now? 3 into 10 raised to the power 5 bits will be required, as compared to earlier where 8 into 10 raised to the power 5 bits will be required to save the entire file. Are you understanding what I am trying to say? ये समझ आ रहा है?
एक बार repeat करना please.
Yes, ma'am, please repeat this point again.
I am saying that there is a file which is having some characters. Now I assume that I am just taking an example that only 6 characters are existing in the file. I am using ASCII coding to save the file. Total 10 raised to the power 5 characters are there. A, B, C, D, E, F are repeated somewhere in some manner, in some pattern. जैसे अगर आप इंग्लिश का पैराग्राफ लिख रहे हैं तो only 26 alphabets are repeated again and again and again in some manner. So similarly, for a smaller example, I'm taking that only 6 characters are used throughout the file, and total file is having 10 raised to the power 5 characters. Now I'm saying that if I'm doing ASCII coding, the size of my file is 8 into 10 raised to the power 5 bits to represent the entire file. Is it clear? 8 bits is taking 1 character, right? Yes, no? Yes, no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So one way of coding is, since I'm only having 6 characters, one way of coding is that I am taking 3 bits. 6 characters है, 2 raised to power 3 is 8. So I can, up to 8 characters, I can code using 3 bits in binary. So since there are 6 characters, I can code them as 000, 001, 010, 011, 100, and 101. That means out of 8, only 3 bits are technically required to code 6 characters. And then the size of the file will reduce to 3 into 10 raised to power 5 bits. Is it correct? A yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, this is one way of reducing the size or coding. Another important thing that Huffman code is taking into account is the frequency. Now, A is occurring 45% of times in the file. That means if instead of fixed length code, I use a variable length code and I reduce the size of A, तो मेरी code length भी reduce हो जाएगी. जितनी number of times A आ रहा है, उतनी बार A का code will be repeated. So if I reduce the size of the bit which is having my maximum frequency, I may be able to reduce the size even more. How? Let's see. Now let's see how am I doing variable length coding. This is what Huffman code will help in. I'm just taking a small example that now I am taking A as 0, single digit, and B I am taking as 101. I'll understand the differences what are there. Make you understand. C is 100. D is 111. E is 1101 and F is 1100. Supposedly, it's a variable length code. You can see this is only single bit. These are 3 bits and these are 4 bits. So I've used 3 size to represent different codes. This is also one possibility to represent the code. Now, how will they work when they are of different size? I'll just tell you. But if I try to calculate the number of bits which I am taking to represent, then this will be multiplied by 45 times, 45% times this is coming, then 13% times this is coming. So if I'm trying to calculate the length or the number of bits now that are required to save my entire file, now the number of bits will be 45 into 1 plus 13 into 3, B is 3 bits, plus 12 into 3 again, C is again 3 bits, plus 16 into 3 again, D is again 3 bits, plus you have 9 into 4, E is 4 bits, plus you are having 5 into 4. Since the frequency is decreasing, so now the total, and this whole is multiplied by 1000. क्योंकि क्यों मल्टीप्लाई करें 1000 से? These are for 100 bits. ये फ्रीक्वेंसी 100 के लिए है ना, हमें 10 to the power 5 कैरेक्टर्स है, तो 100 is 10 to the power 2, so I'm multiplying by 1000, 10 to the power 3, so that whatever the total is will give me the exact number of bits in my file. Fine. These are only the frequency totaling to 100. मुझे 10, I want 10 raised to the power 5 is the size of my file, so I'm multiplying by 1000 to get the entire 10 raised to the power 5 bits. So here this comes out to be 2.24 into 10 raised to the power 5 bits. So now if you see, although less, but earlier in fixed length coding, it was coming out to be 3 into 10 raised to the power 5 bits, the size of my file. While using frequency, the size reduces to 2.24 into 10 raised to the power 5 bits. If you see, this is 25% improvement in the size. I have saved 25% of the space in coding, which is not bad depending from file to file. If few characters are having very high frequency, then I will be able to save more space. Are you all understanding this? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, so we are looking at something called as a variable length code. This I hope everybody is clear with. Now, how do I differentiate between these variable length codes? अब एक sequence है file की. How do you know how to uncode or decode this? जो character है वो 1 bit है, 3 bit है या 4 bit है, कैसे पता चलेगा? So if you see very clearly, मतलब there is a difference. When I am beginning with 0, there is no other character beginning with 0. That means something called as prefix code is what I'm using. I'll just give you an example of what do I mean by prefix codes. So what we will use for variable length codes to differentiate between variables of different length is called as prefix codes. So when I'm talking about prefix codes, I have prefixes which are different for every code. That means supposedly I have one character which is coded as 1100. Then there can be no character which is coded as 1101 because prefix will be the same. So every character has to have different prefix only. Or sorry, or this is different prefix only. Or I am saying no character can have this value. 1100 is code for one character supposedly. No other character can have code which has the same prefix which is code for another character. Are you all understanding this? If I am representing A as 1100, B cannot be represented as 1101, sorry 11001 because this is considered as A. Then how will I differentiate between A and B? There is no option. While decoding, I will not be able to make out whether this is A or B. So I make sure that none of the characters are coded such that the prefix is equal to the code for any other character. Any code will not be having a prefix which is an existing code for any other character. Is it clear to all? Yes, no?
Yes, ma'am.
This is known as such codes are known as prefix codes, and this is prefix constraint which we are applying on coding. So we want to find an encoding scheme E for some given set of characters to us which satisfies the prefix constraints and which minimizes the length of our characters over the file. E is the encoding scheme, F is your file. When I'm applying the encoding scheme of the file, I will have some length of the file. Now this length of the file should be minimum. This is what I want to save space. I want minimum length of the file. I want to find an encoding scheme on this file. This is what Huffman Codes does. The problem is clear to all. Now we will move on to the solution. Problem is clear?
Ma'am, can you please repeat? Just the problem part.
Repeat with an example. Maybe you will be able to understand better.
No, ma'am, your voice break, so I couldn't listen. Just can you just repeat,
That's
please?
okay. I'll still explain with an example so that it becomes more clear to all. I hope so. Supposedly, I'm again taking A, B, C, D, E, F only, and I am doing fixed length coding. A, B, C, D, E, F are there, having some frequencies which I had told you earlier. The same example I'm taking here also. Now, if I'm representing any encoding scheme through trees, how do I represent them? Now, I'm having A, which is having, say, A is a leaf, B is another leaf, and they are combining to form where I am adding these to 45 and 13 are added to form 58. This is 0, this is 1. This is how I will code them. I'll tell you what is happening here. Then you have C, which is having a frequency 12. D having a frequency 16. If you add 12 and 16, 12 and 16 will come out to be 28. Right? And I will be having E as 9. F will be 5. Again, I am adding. The frequency will come out to be 14. At the next step, I will be adding again 28 and 58. The total will come out to be 86. And if I again add, since here no other is there, then this 14 will again be taken as the same 14 only. I cannot add anything else here. Again, a 0, 1 is going on at every side. So this is a 0 at this side. Now these will be totaled for 100, since 100 bits were partitioned here. So 100 were the characters jinki frequency li thi, and 0, 1 is there. Now if I look at the coding, A is 0, 0, 0, B is 0, 0, 1, C is 0, 1, 0, D is 0, 1, 1, and E is 1, 0, 0, F is 1, 0, 1. The coding is clear to all. This is fixed length coding. This is what we are going for, fixed length coding, which is not optimal. I am saying this is not optimal possible coding for the given frequency of the data. This is clear to all. इसमें तो किसी को कोई डाउट नहीं है?
No, ma'am.
Okay, no ma'am means no doubt I am taking to be. Okay. Now, if I want to do a variable length coding, how do I represent it in the form of trees? I am taking trees so that it can be better understood, nothing else. So what I am doing is, suppose it, now the root is, I am having 100 bits at the root. That remains the same. Now, since A is having maximum 45 frequency, this I am considering as the single node here, which will be represented through 1. So if I am reducing 45 from 100, next node will be having total 55. The rest of the 55 will remain. Now I am bifurcating this 55 again. This is 1, this is 0, this is 1 again. Now I am bifurcating it such that I can divide all other frequencies. I will be having A ke baad B, C, D, E, F. I will be requiring all. So I am having a C, which is having a 12, and a B having 13 as the frequency. Sorry, 55 is divided as 12 and 13 will total to be 25. So I'm dividing here in 25. Rest here is 30. This will come out to be C having a frequency of 12 and B having a frequency of 13. Again a 0 and 1 is coming here. And here also I'm having my E. Now I have D, E and F, 3 things. Please see. All of them cannot come here. D, E, F, 3 चीजें हैं ना मेरे पास अभी बची हुई. So I will again be bifurcating them. The maximum frequency out of D, E and F, D, E, F is of D. D is having a frequency 16. So I want a coding which keeps this at minimum number of levels, minimum length of bits. The next I am left with 30 minus 16 is 14. Now I will divide this 14 into E and F. This 14 is divided in E and F such that I am having E or F, whatever you want to keep here, and E and F are kept in this manner. This is again a 0 and a 1. So if you now see at the coding, there are different codes. A has 0, B has a code 101, C had a code 100, D has a code 111, E has a code 1101, F has a code 1100. This is the optimal scheme, which was giving me variable length coding. This is variable length coding. Her code ki length is separate. Now this variable length coding is giving me optimal answer. Optimal answer ke liye what I am trying to do is, I am trying to make sure that I apply a prefix constraint. What do I mean by a prefix constraint is that if 0 is a code for any variable, then none of other codes for any variable will begin with 0. Prefix constraint ka matlab hai that if 0 is a code, then no other variable can have 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. ऐसे codes possible नहीं हैं. Because these code will be having prefix as one of the codes for another variable. This is called as a prefix constraint. Similarly, since 100 is code for C, C is having a code 100. That means throughout the coding, I will not be having a code as 1000 or 10001. These are invalid codes in this coding scheme because they will not be following the prefix constraint. In case I am writing the file, how will I differentiate between them? So to be able to allow variable length coding, I make sure that the codes are coded using prefix constraint, and such codes are known as prefix codes. Now is it clear? Yes, no?
मैम ये ट्री कैसे बनाया है वो दोबारा बता दो.
ये ट्री कैसे बनाया मैंने नहीं बताया अभी. ये ट्री बनाना ही तो that is the problem. How to construct it. What you have to see from this tree is that A is having a length 1, B, C and D are having length 3, E and F are having length 4. So the variables which are having least frequency वो सबसे ज़्यादा number of bits से हमने represent करे हैं. The variable having the maximum frequency is represented using the least number of bits. So that जब हम फाइल की कोडिंग लिखेंगे तो जितनी बार A आएगा उतनी बार सिर्फ 0 ही लिखना पड़ेगा. So the number of bits has been reduced from 8 to 1 to represent A. Like I told you last time, the total 25% of space can still be achieved using variable length coding over fixed length coding. Original file से तो और ज़्यादा improvement है. Understanding? So this gives me an optimal solution for coding. That is saving the maximum possible space given the frequencies of my characters that are used in the file. Understanding?
मैम एक डाउट था.
हाँ रिया.
मैम जैसे इसमें B का कोड 101 होगा और C का 100.
Yes.
तो इसमें पता कैसे चलेगा कि प्रीफिक्स का लेंथ क्या है जो कंसिडर करना है ताकि वो
नहीं
रिपीट
बेटा,
ना हो.
प्रीफिक्स की लेंथ आप समझ ही नहीं रहे हो. I am not saying how have I constructed these yet. I will give you, that is what the algorithm is for. That's the solution. The problem, what I am saying is, since 100 is allotted to something, that means 100 के बाद कुछ भी वेरिएबल 0 या 1 लगा के हम कोई कोड क्रिएट नहीं कर सकते. That is a prefix constraint. Understanding? 101 जो हमने करा, that is different. 10 जो है, अगर हम 100 और 101 सेपरेट कर रहे हैं, that means 10 is not a valid code for any variable, वरना that will be violating the prefix constraint. That is why from 1 digit we move to 3 digit. Understanding? Similarly, when
Yes,
I'm moving here, I'm having 1 1. 1 1 is again not a code for anything, and then I am bifurcating them separately. So I am only following the prefix constraint. Only the reason for following this constraint is that when I am going to represent my file, supposedly my file is having characters A, B, A, C, A. If these are the characters just taken, for example, I am representing them as 0, then I am having a 101, then I am having again a 0, again a 100, and again a 0. So how do I decode this file? Whenever I see 0, that means this is A. Because no other code is beginning with 0. और कोई code begin नहीं करेगा इससे. When I am having 10, that means I have two options, either a B or a C. Since I am having 101, it is a definite B. No other code will begin with 101. This is prefix constraint. Since B 101 is code for one of the variables, no other code can begin with this as a prefix. Similarly, again, I'm having 0. No other code will begin with 0. This is an A. And now I'm having 100. There is no other code possible that will begin with this. That means it's a C. Again, I'm having this. I'm having an A. Are you understanding the prefix constraint now clearly? To be able to decode the file of a variable length coding, I want to have this prefix constraint, and such codes are known as prefix codes. Is it now clear to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now we move on to the greedy approach for constructing the Huffman coding. अब हम कैसे, now how is this constructed, that we'll come to. How are we constructing or calculating the code? I just gave you the example and the solution to make you understand ki what are we gaining from this. The problem is clear. I have certain alphabets or digits that are making up a file. I want to code them in a manner so that the length of the file is minimum using a proper encoding scheme. So I have to develop that code. Now what is the greedy approach in this? What is my greed? What is my greed?
Ma'am, के जिनका maximum frequency हो, we choose it first.
Exactly. Maximum, but we will begin from building the node in the opposite bottom up manner. So what we will do is we'll begin with the node with least frequency and we'll put it in the endmost node. जो least frequency है वो सबसे नीचे आनी चाहिए ना, ये तो clear है ना सबको? So we will keep on building the tree in the bottom up manner and we'll keep on assigning the nodes with some value. Why are we building in bottom up manner? So that I can build it in a manner where prefix constraint can be checked. So that is how we will be building, and I'm just giving you a pseudocode for this and we'll see how it works with an example. Now C is some list of characters, N is my length of C or whatever is the, yes.
Ma'am,
Go ahead.
मैम हम बॉटम अप अप्रोच में कंस्ट्रेंट कैसे चेक करेंगे?
Hello, that is, I'm giving you the algorithm for. We will have to build a tree in a manner such that we take into account the constraint. That is what the algorithm is for. That's why I'm giving it to you. Right? I am saying that C is a set of characters. This is a set of characters and every character in the file is belonging to this. If I'm having a small c as a character, it will belong to the capital C set. Length, total number of characters, I'm taking as length of C. Total number of characters, not the length of the file. This is not the length of the file. This is only the number of characters which are repeated in the file. ASCII coding 8 bits इसलिए होती है so that 255 characters can be represented using it, right? If I'm having less than that number of characters, I can reduce the size using Huffman code, which generally happens. You generally do not use all the ASCII characters in a file. Understanding? A yes or no? And I'm
yes ma'am,
initializing another set with all the available characters that are to be used in my file. I am using a loop which is running from 1 to n minus 1. We'll understand why this is happening. And what do? I am making a z to which I am allocating some node. What does allocate node do? We will just be understanding in a moment. Now, when z has been allocated a node in the tree, after that I am saying that x is some left of this z. And this is what? This is extracting the minimum. I'm saying minimum from the queue. जो भी frequency है हमारी हर character की, उसमें से जो minimum frequency है that becomes left of z and that is equal to x. हमने z को कोई node allocate करा, minimum frequency को हमने जो whatever was the minimum frequency that we extract from q is the set जो हमने c के equal करा है, and that becomes equal to x. That is what we have done till now. इसके right में next minimum को डाल दिया. Y will be next minimum. पहला minimum goes in x which is to the left. The next minimum goes to the y which is the right of z, which is again the next minimum. I am again extracting minimum from q. Q is a queue in which I am representing all the characters, जिसमें कि हम frequency के according we can either take a priority queue or we can take already queue which is sorted. Anything we are doing, we are extracting in that particular manner. After that, I am having my total tree. I am having this value of z, that will be frequency of z will be equal to frequency of x plus frequency of y. Z कौन सा node है अभी हमें नहीं पता. We have to allocate it. We'll see how do we do that. After allocating it, minimum extract करा. So what will be the frequency of z? It is the addition of 2. That is what I have done. And when this is done, I have to insert this node into Q again. Z को दोबारा Q में insert करना है because I want to know the location of Z in my tree. So what do I do after this? I insert Z in my Q. So I'm inserting this. What am I returning from this? I will be returning minimum Q. After the loop is over, I am returning minimum of my Q. We'll just see how the algorithm is working and how am I able to create an entire tree using this algorithm. Okay? If I try to just look at the running time of the algorithm, what is the running time? Just calculate the running time of the algorithm. I can create
O of n, then allocate node and extract minimum ka running time.
I'm not able to hear. Please be louder.
Ma'am, O of n multiplied by the time taken to allocate node and extract minimum.
Okay. N times is my loop which is running. Allocation of a node is going to take some constant time. Now, what is happening here is, this is, now when I'm going to extract this is going to take at least log n times from n terms. Even if I'm storing this as heap, which is heap, you all know what is a heap? Yes, no, very quickly.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So when I'm going to store this as a heap, I will be extracting, heap is a tree only. So when I'm extracting Q, a heap of size n, maximum log n time will be taken to extract minimum from the heap. All of you agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, no? ये नहीं समझ आया तो पूछ लो मुझसे.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes, ma'am.
similarly, log n time is taken here also. So the time taken, allocating a node takes constant time, some sequence of steps which is without a loop or anything. So the time taken for the entire is n into log n plus some constant. So that comes n log n, of the order n log n. So the complexity of my algorithm, this Huffman coding, is coming out to be of the order n log n. This is using the greedy approach. Greedy approach is I'm going to pick minimum frequency nodes, characters, and then I'm going to build my Huffman coding scheme. Now let's see with an example what is happening. Okay? Shall I move on to the example? You all have this code. I'll rub this and I'll move on to the example. Hoping
Yes,
you all
ma'am.
have understood this. In case there is some doubt, we'll just clear it with an example. Okay? So in the example, what are we doing? We are allocating a node to Z. So I create try.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. I'm not sure. Okay, fine. So I'm taking the same example. I'm running the algorithm on this. I create or allocate a node to Z. After allocating the node to Z, I have arranged these in the increasing order of their frequencies, so that F is having a minimum frequency 5, E is having next higher frequency, and so on. So what will be the X node? X will be minimum. I will be extracting, this is now my Q. I will be extracting minimum frequency node from the Q. So I am extracting F here and it comes as left of this Z. Next, I am extracting the next higher frequency and it comes here. This is all I have done, right? So, and this is a 0 and 1, left and right will remain the same. And what is the frequency of Z? It is frequency of X plus frequency of Y. 5 plus 9, it becomes 14. Is this clear? A yes or no?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now I again allocate some Z and again do the same thing. So I'm again, and I am putting this back in the queue. The next thing is to insert. Now 14 will be inserted where? Z with 14 is inserted here between C and B. ये clear है ना सबको? I insert this back. Oh, sorry, after C and B. So what is happening? This is some C with 12, B with 13. It is now, this is the Q I'm representing. This becomes 16 and A 45 remains here. Now this is my Q after the first iteration of the loop, right? First iteration of the loop के बाद this will be the condition. Next iteration में I again create a new node. Allocate some Z. Now after creating this new node, the left of this node is least from the Q. So C12 will be coming here. Right of this node is least. Now this is taken from the Q. This is also now taken from the Q. So B13 will come here. And the frequency of this node is the sum of these two frequencies. 12 plus 13 comes out to be 25. So the frequency of this node is 25. This 25 is reinserted in the Q. So if I'm going to insert 25 here, you can see it will be inserted between 16 and 45. So the new whatever I am left over with will be this Z with 14 value, 14 frequency wala node will be left here. This will be inserted here, or I can say in short term, these are now removed. This node is now inserted somewhere in between these nodes. A is 45 here, and here I am having my C is inserted to the left because it is having minimum frequency. That is why it is inserted to the left, and that is why B is inserted on the right. The question that you were asking, ma'am, why is C and B inserted in this manner? It is due to the frequencies. So Z, this not Z, 14, 16, 25 and 45 will be the now new Q after insertion of second iteration. Are you all understanding this?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I will now be allocating again a new node, and the least will be this. This has to go at the left of the new node. So supposedly, I am creating a new node. Now I am creating a new node Z. Left of Z is again minimum from the Q. This is not a part of the Q anymore. Right of Z is next from the Q. Understanding? And if I add these two, 30 will be the frequency. 30 is the frequency. I have to reinsert it. So this new is reinserted in between 25 and 45 frequency. Understanding? I hope you all are understanding what I'm trying to say. So now what I do have is this 25 will come to the left of this 30. Now I can draw it in this manner that 25, which was having C12 and B13. This is here, one part of my Q left now. 30 is here and A45 is another part of the Q after 3 iterations. 3 iterations ke baad, this is what I'm left with the Q. After this, I move on to the next iteration. I again generate a new node. Bottom up manner में create हो रहा है, पता चल रहा है ना? I again generate a new node. I will be picking 25 and 30 as the, so I am again generating a new node. 25 is again 0, 1. You remember that remains the same. And 30 will go. These two will come out of my Q. If I add, it will become 55. And the new Q is now 45 and 55 ke baad wala entire whatever is there, 25, 30, and entire this is coming here. Are you all understanding? Am I clear, bacho?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, again, when I am inserted, only 2 elements are left in the queue. I will again be running an iteration. What will be in the iteration? I will again be creating a node, which will be having a left as this, right as this, and total frequency will be 100. And this will be again inserted in the queue, which will give me the final tree as the answer. So this will again be having further bifurcations of C and B. Again be having bifurcations of 14, D and 14 will be having F and E as the bifurcations. So this, will be becoming my final tree. This is how I am constructing this tree using the Huffman coding. Is it clear to all now? So that the final codes, this is the code for A, it is 0. This is the code for B, which is 1, 0, 1. The code for C is 1, 0, 0. The code for D is 1, 1, 1. Code for F will be 1, 1, 0, 0. And E will be 1, 1, 0, 1. So this is how I can achieve an optimal encoding for a file to reduce to a size of minimum length L. Is it clear to all? How am I constructing Huffman codes using the algorithm greedy approach? Greedy approach works in this case. हम minimum frequency का pick करके और tree construct करते चले जा रहे हैं. Is it clear to all?
Yes, ma'am.
You can stop recording for the time being.